Hey there everybody, Tony Porter, Cards and Dice, and this is the Terrible Team Tournament. We're playing time travel baseball. You roll 2d6 and you read the higher number and you add them. In other words, the higher number is going to tell you if it's off the pitcher or off the batter. We just rolled our first roll of the game and it's 66, so that's a 12, but it's a 6 plus 6, which is either going to be off the pitcher card or the batter card. Either way, it's a double, so we don't even have to pull a card, but we will anyway. And it would have been off the pitcher, which would have been a pop fly double, drops in left center field, and Dan Gladden is in there with a stand-up double to start off the game. Just like that. All right, it's going to be an 8 but off trio, and that's a sharply hit ground ball. Third baseman Mantilla is going to look at Gladden back to second. One away. And here is Jeffrey Leonard. That is going to be a 4 off the pitcher, and that is strike 3, and he gets him swinging. So Jeffrey Leonard is fooled. And he goes down on strikes, heads back to the bench with the bat on his shoulder. And here's Chili Davis, he's a switch hitter batting from the left side against Craig Anderson. It's Craig Anderson today against Lee Hamaker. Whoa, Jesus. It's a foul ball, and look at that fan, really went above and beyond. And he picked up a souvenir. All right. And that is an 8 off Davis, and that's ball 4. So that puts runners on first and second. So Craig Anderson is struggling a little bit here in the top of the first inning. Giants at the 85 Giants versus the 62 Mets. And that's a 7 off the batter, and that is popped up. Shallow left field. Thomas, and back goes Cannell, the shortstop, and it will be Thomas who makes the call. And that retires the side. So we just played half an inning and no score. Here come the Mets, the 62 Mets. Can you remember who the 62 Mets had in their daily lineup? Oh, I don't know if you can do that. I do not know. It's going to be Joe Christopher leading off. Joe Christopher leading off against Lee Hamaker, a lefty. It's going to be a 9 off Christopher, and that's sharply hit to second base. Trio gloves it. Sidearms at the first, 1 down. Charlie Neal. And that is double sixes. Double sixes. That's going to be we're going to pull a card. Going to pull a card. It's either a double or a triple, and it's going to be a double in the gap. Pull down the line. Not in the gap, but pull down the line. Make this shit up as we go along. So Neal is on a second base with a 1-out double. And here's Felix Mantilla. And that is doubles again. Double 4, it's going to be a strikeout or a strikeout. So either way, it's a strikeout. So Mantilla swings and misses at a pitch outside the zone. I don't know what he was seeing, but that ball was ball 4. Here's Frank Thomas. He is the most dangerous batter or hitter on the Mets. And we roll a 3, but it's off the batter, and that's ball 4. So they walk. They pitch Thomas very carefully and end up walking him, which I'm sure they have no issue with. It's going to be Gil Hodges up with 2 out and 2 on. He's the first baseman today. Normally it's Thornberry. I used to call him Thornberry, but it's Throneberry. I was corrected. So I stand corrected. All right. Here's a pitch to Hodges. That's an 11 off the pitcher, and that's base hit. And a short single with 2 outs. Who's on second base? Charlie Neal. It's got to be fast, and Charlie Neal is not fast. So I believe he's going to hold up on this. I don't have the chart, but I'm going to hold him up. Gotta go get the chart. I will have it in the next inning. Choo-Choo Coleman. No, not Choo-Choo Coleman. It's going to be Chris Cannizzaro. He's the new catcher. Chris Cannizzaro. 2 outs. Bases loaded. Chris Cannizzaro, here goes. Pitch. Oh, double fours, which is going to be a strikeout. And that retires the side. So Cannizzaro, unhappy, strikes out with the bases loaded. And we go to the top of the second inning. No score. We'll be back. Okay, we are in the bottom of the second. No score in this game. And there's 1 out. Elliot Chacon is up, and he drives one. He drives one deep. And that ball is gone. 1-0 Mets. Elliot Chacon. I rolled an 11, and then I rolled it off the pitcher, a 1-1, 1+1, and off the pitcher it's a home run. So Elliot Chacon connects and drives one over the left field fence for a home run. The Mets are up 1-0. Just like that. Hey, we're in the top of the 4th inning. Bases are loaded with 2 out. It's Dan Gladden facing Craig Anderson. It's 1-0 Mets. Home run by Elliot Chacon in the 2nd inning. Put the Mets up 1-0. Here's a pitch. That's going to be a 7 off the batter. That's popped up. Center field. Jimmy Hickman comes in, makes the catch, and that retires the side. And here it is, and that's a 10. It's a strikeout. Ball outside, and Chacon chases one away. Double 5 is going to pull a card. It's going to be off the batter. That's going to be a ground ball and through. So Craig Anderson singles. He's on at first. Here's Joe Christopher. It's a pitch. Infield's halfway, and that's a pop-up. Shallow left field. Towards the line goes Jeffries. Or Jeffrey Leonard, excuse me. 2 out. And here comes Charlie Neal. And that is a 9 off. That was a sharply hit ground ball. And the throw to first, in time, double play. So it's a 4-6-3 double play. So Charlie Neal bounces into a double play. That's a 10. That's a swing and a miss at a curveball. 1 down. 1-0 Mets. It's a 9 off the pitcher card. That's a hard hit ground ball. Nice play by Chacon. Long throw and in time. So Chacon flashing a little bit of leather. Gets Jeffrey Leonard. And here's Chili Davis. Chili Davis 0 for 1. He walked and flat out. It's a 5, and that is grounded up the middle and through for a base hit. So Davis is on a first, and here is Chris Brown. That's a 7. We're going to pull a card and read it with a runner on first. Single. Daring right fielder misses a cartwheel try and ball skips for a triple. There is no Frank Thomas is definitely not daring, so that's going to be a single. And, with 2 out runner, we'll go to third on that. All right, so it's Bob Brenly with the runners on first and third here in the top of the 5th inning against Craig Anderson. So far, his pitch is shutout. Here's a pitch. That's an 11, and that's going to be a chopper right back to Anderson, who grabs it, throws to first, and in time. And that retires the side. So the threat goes down the drain, and we go to the bottom of the 5th. Frank Thomas is leading. Mantilla is leading off. Here's a pitch, and that's a 5, and that is line base hit left field, left center field, cut off by, and he throws into Jose Uribe. Runner on first here is Frank Thomas, and that's an 8 off Thomas. That's chop back up the middle, and Uribe charges it, flips back to Trio for the fielder's choice. 6-4. So Thomas is on at first, 1 out. Here's Gil Hodges. And that's a 6. That's a base hit. Stopping at second is Frank Thomas. So he lines 1 to left center field. And here's Chris Cannizzaro. He's a catcher. Here's a pitch. It's a 10, and that is a base hit single. It's a short single, so everybody's going to hold up on this. Bases are going to be loaded for Jim Hickman. Going to play the corners in, middle halfway. Here's the pitch. It's a 7. It's a high fly. Shallow center. And holding is Thomas. And here's Chacon with the bases loaded. Chacon is responsible for the only Mets run today. They're leading 1-0. We're at the bottom of the 5th, bases loaded. Chris Cannizzaro is on at first. Gil Hodges is at second. Frank Thomas is at third. Atlee Hamaker, here's the pitch. That's going to be double 3s, and we're going to pull a card, and it's going to be off the pitcher, and that is a drive in the gap, and that's going to split the outfielders and roll to the wall. 1 run scores, 2 run scores. Cannizzaro is going to hold up. Actually, we're going to pull a card to see if he scores because I don't have the charts, and that's a pitcher, so he holds up. But it's a double. 2 runs, and the Mets take a 3-0 lead. Elio Chacon is the star of the day. Doesn't speak a word of English, by the way. Here's Craig Anderson. That doesn't mean anything, but he's a great player. 9. That's a hard hit ground ball up the middle. Uribe over to the first in time, and that retires the side. So Mets on that 2-out double by Chacon take a 3-0 lead. It's going to be Dan Gladden, Manny Trio, and Jeffrey Leonard. Let's do it. And it's double 4s, and that's going to be a swing and a miss, and he fans them. 1 down. Next up is Manny Trio. Trio today's 0 for 4. He's grounded out 3 times and struck out. Here's a pitch from Anderson. And that's a 6 off the pitcher, and that's chopped up the middle, and Chacon charging, throws, and gets him. 6-3. Nice play by Chacon at shortstop. And with 2 outs, the Giants, the 85 Giants, are down to their last out here in the top of the 9th inning in a 4-2 game. Been a lot of hits in this game. 24 hits, but only 6 runs. Wow. And let's do it. Here's a pitch. And, oh, it's a foul ball for a lucky fan, and that's going to be strike 3. Ball game over. Craig Anderson goes the complete game. Allows 10 hits, 2 runs. But the Mets win game 2. They lost game 1. They win game 2. This is time travel baseball. Fun game. Check it out. And we got the last game of the terrible team tournament, the TTT, coming up. The winner in this game is going to be Anderson, who went the complete game. And the loser will be the starter, Atlee Hamaker. And that's about it. I'll see you guys soon. This is Tony Porter, Cards and Dice TV. And subscribe and like. Thanks very much. Take care.